Hi, I'm Cynthia Corsetti, Executive Coach and Career Transition Expert. Welcome to Module 2 of the Job Search Bootcamp. If this is your first time here, I want you to know that you're actually entering at the beginning of Module 2. This is a complete course, so if you haven't watched Module 1 yet, I encourage you to go and do that. While it's perfectly okay if you begin here, you're going to get the absolute most out of the program if you start at the beginning, because each step builds upon what you learned in the last one. One thing that has not changed since I originally created this course is the reality that there's a lot of competition out there, and we have to sell ourselves, and we have to do it all the time. It's no different than selling a product, only in this case, the product is us. In this module, it's all about building your brand. So in the next 2 videos, we're going to cover how to land an interview and then how to make sure that your resume actually stands out from all the millions that are out there. And as always, if you find value in what I'm offering here, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and follow me on LinkedIn and Instagram. So let's get started with this list of 10 tips to help you land the interview. Hello, boot campers. In this section of boot camp, it's all about building your brand, because the fact is, during a job search, you are, in fact, a brand. And it's that branding that's going to set you apart and help you land interviews in the first place. In this section, we'll cover 2 specific areas for building your brand. One is how to land the interviews, and 2 is all things resume. Here's what you'll need to get the most out of this section: a quiet place to work where you won't be disturbed, and a journal or notebook where you can take notes. So grab yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and let's do this. Welcome to 10 tips to land the interview. Did you know that as many as 75% of resumes that an employer receives for a job opening are from candidates who aren't qualified, not even remotely qualified for the position? You see, the internet has made it so easy for people to apply for tons of jobs that that's what they're doing. Many people believe that if they just send out more resumes, their chances of landing an interview are better. But that isn't necessarily true. It's more important to brand yourself, to send out quality resumes, to send out a highly impactful communication. In this video, I'm going to set you up with 10 things that you can do to land an interview. Ready? Let's do this. Tip 1. Job boards should not be your primary tool for getting noticed. Statistics show that 90% of positions never make it to a job board. So use them, but don't count on them. Tip 2. Understand networking. In today's job market, networking has to be done in multiple levels. You do want to attend those in-person networking events, but you want to remember that everything is a networking event. Even your kid's soccer game, it gives you the chance to meet people. So consider every communication that you have as though you're communicating with a potential employer. In other words, always show up as your best self. You also want to use LinkedIn for networking. You want to engage, like posts, share posts, comment on posts. Consider what you can do for the people in your network to add value. That way, when they know that you're looking for a position, they already know, like, and trust you. Tip 3, brand yourself. Keep all of your social media profiles professional, crisp, clean, and free of negativity. People are going to look at your posts, and even if you think that your privacy settings are protecting you, it's not worth taking a chance. Use a professional photo and brand yourself as someone an employer would just love to have on board. Tip 4. Be creative. I have an HR friend who found herself looking for a new role. She was very senior level, so those jobs were hard to find. She found 7 companies that she wanted to target, and she hand wrote notes to the CEOs of each of them. Out of those 7, 5 met her for coffee, and 3 put her in touch with colleagues who had openings. She eventually landed a great position in a company she hadn't considered, but it came from her creative way of getting in front of decision makers. Tip 5. Customize each and every resume that you send out. Read the post carefully. Determine exactly what it is the employer is looking for and be that person. When the hiring manager sees your cover letter and resume, they should feel that you fit that position like a glove. Tip 6. If possible, have someone hand deliver your resume to the employer. Remember tip 2 with networking? This is where it pays off. You've built the network. Reach out and ask them for help. Tip 7. Know the target companies. Try to be as narrow as possible in your search. Choose the industry, companies, and the positions carefully. Do your research. When you write your cover letter, speak directly to the company about the company. See, one of the most common mistakes that candidates make when they reach out to a company is that they make everything about themselves. They talk about what they can bring to the table, what their skills are, and that's important, but from your very first communication, you should sound like a person who knows what the company needs. That you're the person who can solve their specific needs. Tip 8. Create an overview sheet. This is a mini resume to give to your family and friends. It spells out your qualifications and the types of roles that you're interested in. That way you have your own personal little army out there listening for openings and opportunities that are the perfect fit for you. Tip 9. Consider a headhunter, but do it with caution. Remember, an employer has to pay a hefty fee to hire through a headhunter. And if your resume comes to them via a headhunter, you start off more expensive because of this fee. So be sure to specify to any headhunters that you work with that the only positions you want them to submit for you are positions that are only being filled through a headhunter. Don't allow them to start submitting your resume randomly because it could do more harm than good. Tip 10. Follow up. You may not hear from every company who chooses not to interview you, but if you don't, it's okay to follow up. Send an email, make a call. Don't be a pest, but showing some initiative here might just push your resume a little higher in that pile. So there you have it, folks. 10 easy steps to help you land your interview. You've got this. See you in the next video.